In the response that you've received to ChatGPT, has this been as per your expectations, way beyond your expectations? And what's the kind of response you've picked up to ChatGPT 4, which has just come out recently?
In many ways, I think it has been similar to the level of enthusiasm or just interest, but there have been many differences that none of us, I think, really expected, say, last October or November, or let me say last August when I was in India, and we knew what was coming, but it wasn't yet public. To me, one of the better illustrations of the surprises was the first controversy that really emerged. For those of you who just think back, ChatGPT was released on the 30th of November last year. And within 30 days, the first controversy was really, in many countries, from teachers who were concerned about whether students would use it to cheat. And that's not something that we had spent a lot of time thinking about at Microsoft. I don't think the folks at OpenAI had. We had thought about where there might be controversies, and it was not on the top of our list. It's, I think, caused us all to reflect on two things. One is just the way that this will, on an ongoing basis, interact or intersect with public opinion, with different currents of thought, different unexpected challenges that we'll have to think through quickly. And at the same time, it's a powerful reminder, to me at least, of how every new technology like this unsettles people in some ways at first, and then we all eventually just incorporate it into our lives, for good or bad. But one of the most interesting quotes about the controversy in schools came from a teacher in the United States, a teacher who was selected as the most outstanding teacher in her state, the state of Oregon, near Washington, where I live. And she said, "This technology is like a crutch. And the problem is when you have a crutch, you keep using it and using it and using it, and then your muscles weaken." Now, what is most interesting to me about that quote is that it was uttered in 1984, and she was talking about the calculator. And it's just a reminder, I think, that there was a time 3 or 4 decades ago when we all worried that our kids, or maybe it was ourselves at that age, wouldn't be able to do math the way our parents or grandparents had. And now we just take it for granted that the calculator is part of everyday life. And happily, an awful lot of people still learn their math.